come in.
Hello, Miss Dore. Are you ready?
I suppose so.
You're not nervous, are you?
Oh, I am a little bit, yes.
There's nothing to worry about. It'll be all right. Really, it will.
Oh, I do hope so. I'd hate to make a fool of myself. Well, let's get started then, shall we?
Right. Here it is. Ready and waiting for you.
It's an awfully big bike, Mr. Grimley. It's a long way down to the ground if I fall off. Isn't there a smaller one that I could learn to ride on?
But you won't fall off, Miss Dawn, I'm sure of it. Now, you set off over there and show us what you can do.
Well, I can't get it started. How do you get it to work?
Come on, let me show you. Oh. Right, now you see this pedal here?
Yes.
You put that around to about there, push on it with your foot, and off you go.
Well, you do make it look easy, Mr. Grimley.
There we are. Now, have you got that?
Oh, I think so. Right, I put the pedal there, push on it, and... Oh, Mr. Grimley! Oh, my God!
Look out, look out! What on earth?
Are you all right, Marjorie?
Oh, yes, thank you. Are you?
Oh, yes. You didn't hit us.
No, you nearly did, though. Nearly had an accident. Nearly got run down, we did.
Sorry about that, Mossop. I'm not very good on a bike yet. You see, I'm only just learning how to ride it.
Bit old to be learning to ride a bike, aren't we?
I am not, Mossop. You're never too old to learn new things. I never had a bike when I was a little girl, so I decided it was time I learnt now, and Mr. Grimley very kindly offered to teach me.
Well, it's a bit dangerous to be riding in this garden, if you want my opinion. You nearly had an accident then.
It would be a lot more dangerous learning to ride on the road with all those cars about.
You're right, Mr. Grimley. You'll be much safer in the garden, Marjorie.
I think so. Well, I'm going to have another go. Stand back, everybody. Here I go. Oh.
Well, I think that was a little better.
Oh, I don't think so. I must say, I find it very difficult.
Difficult, Marjorie? Oh, there's nothing difficult about riding a bike. That there isn't. Why, it's as easy as falling off a log.
I'd rather you didn't talk about falling off things, thank you, Mossop. I'm nervous enough as it is.
Ah, well, that's it then. You mustn't feel nervous, Marjorie. Oh, no, you must feel confident. Confidence is half the art of riding a bike, I always say. If you feel confident, you won't fall off at all. Take my word for it.
Well, you seem to know a lot about it, Mossop. I didn't know you could ride a bike.
He can't, Mr. Grimley. He's never ridden one in his life.
Well, no, perhaps I haven't, but I dare say I could if I put my mind to it.
Go on then, Mossop. Show us how it's done.
What, now?
Yes, now.
No, I
You're
don't...
scared too.
Scared?
Yeah.
Me scared? I am not. Oh, no, I'm not scared, Tiddler. I'll soon show you. Hand me that there bike. Oh, well, it's a bit big, isn't it? I mean, I couldn't reach the pedals from the seat. Give me a smaller bike, though, and I'll show you.
We haven't got a smaller bike, Mossop.
Oh, have you not? What a pity.
You're just showing off. I don't think you could ride any sort of bike, big or small.
Oh, yes, I could. It would be no problem to me riding a bike.
What makes you so sure?
I'll tell you, Mr. Grimley. It's my natural sense of balance that makes me sure that's what it is. Balance is very important when you want to ride a bike, and I've got a wonderful sense of balance.
Wonderful sense of balance.
All right, I'll prove it to you.
How?
You'll see. You just come to the greenhouse in 5 minutes' time and I'll show you. You'll have a big surprise, that you will.
A big surprise? I wonder what he means.
I don't know. But perhaps I shouldn't have teased him. He was trying to show off, though, wasn't he?
Oh, I think he was a bit, yes.
Mind you, he was right about the balance. You see, you do need a good sense of balance to ride a bike.
Yes, I kept losing mine, and that's why I kept nearly falling off.
I'll tell you what. I'll hold the back of the saddle for you, and that way you can keep your balance.
Oh, that's a good idea, Mr. Grimley. I'd be much more confident if you were holding onto the bike. I wouldn't be so afraid of falling off then.
OK, we'll try it right the way round the garden. OK?
Right.
Now, Tiddler, you stand well back.
Yes, I will. In fact, I think I'll go and sit up there. Then I'll be right out of the way.
See? Oh. Oh, that's much better, Mr. Grimley. Should we try again?
What is going on here?
Margie's learning to ride a bike.
Not very good, is she? She looks a bit wobbly.
Well, she's only just started to learn, and she's having trouble keeping her balance.
Human people aren't very good at balancing, really. I suppose it comes of not having a tail.
What have tails got to do with it?
My dear Tiddler, tails are very important for keeping your balance. How do you think I managed to run along narrow walls and branches without falling off? It's because I use my tail to balance with.
Really?
Oh, yes. Well, all cats do. Apart from Manx cats, of course.
What sort of cats?
Manx cats. Cats from the Isle of Man. Well, they're famous for having no tails. And the very first Manx cat was an ancestor of mine.
No, never.
Oh, yes. My many great-grandfather was one of the animals who sailed with Noah in the Ark. He was a most delightful creature. His fur was white as milk, and he had a long, fluffy tail. But he never really listened to what anyone said. His head was always full of wonderful dreams and schemes, which he intended to carry out the next day, or the day after, or possibly the week after next. What he really liked, you see, was the plotting and planning. Procrastination was his problem. When the news of the Great Flood became known, a messenger was sent to him at once. It was unfortunate that the messenger chosen was a mouse. But in the excitement and alarm, no one was thinking very clearly, you see. The messenger ran up the hill where my many-greats-grandfather lived. "Great flood," he said breathlessly. "Water will cover the land. All animals to go to the ark." Well, my many-greats-grandfather didn't really listen to what the mouse was saying. Well, plotting and planning, you see. He just biffed him over the head. As night began to fall, the mouse woke up and, peeping through the long grass, he saw elephant's feet and tiger's paws. "Great flood," he shouted again. "Water will cover the land. All animals to go to the ark." "Well, good grief," said my many-greats-grandfather, listening at last. "Why didn't you say?" And he set off at once, with the mouse running by his side. Well, hippos and rhinos thundered past and bowled the mouse messenger over. My many-greats-grandfather spent a long time looking for him. But at last he found him, lying stunned beneath a leaf once more, while picking the mouse up gently in his mouth. My many-greats-grandfather ran as fast as he could, but he and the mouse were the last animals in the ark. Slam went the ark doors, trapping my many-greats-grandfather's tail and chopping it off. Well, when the flood subsided, the animals made their homes in different countries, and my many-greats-grandfather decided that he would live on the Isle of Man, This is why, even to this day, all Isle of Man cats have no tails.
So can Manx cats keep their balance all right, even without a tail?
Oh, yes. Perhaps not quite so well as me. But certainly a lot better than your friend Marjorie.
So you do well, Solid. Go now.
Oh, no, I might fall off.
Go on, try it.
Oh, no.
You see, you can ride a bike.
Oh, my...
Are you hurt?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just cross with myself. I nearly did it.
But you did do it. Well, for a little way.
Oh, it is difficult riding a bike.
Would you like to give up, Miss Dawn? Try again tomorrow.
Give up? Never. What would my grandmother say?
Your grandmother?
Yes, when I was a little girl, she'd always say, don't give up. She was a very determined lady, my grandmother. And if she was finding something difficult, she'd always sing this song. Don't give up. Don't give up. If you give it one more try, you'll do it by and by. If at first you don't succeed, then try again, my friend. Determination's what you need, you'll get there in the end. It may be tempting just to quit when things are going wrong, but don't feel hopeless, don't submit, cheer up and sing this song. Don't give up, don't give up. If you give it one more try, you'll do it by and by. Don't give up, don't give up. If you give it one more try, you'll do it by and by.
That was terrific, Miss Dawn.
Yes, well done, Marjorie.
Oh, I do feel pleased with myself.
And you've every right too. Would you like to practice a bit more?
Well, no, I don't think so. I think I've done enough for one day. And anyway, I'm rather interested to know what Mossop's big surprise is.
Oh, yes. He said he'd be in the greenhouse, didn't he? Shall we go and find out what he's up to?
Yes, let's. Come on. Mossop, what's all of this?
It's a tightrope, Marjorie.
A tightrope?
Yes, a tightrope. You've probably seen people walking on tightropes at the circus. A very thrilling sight it is, too.
You're not going to walk across that, are you, Mossop?
Of course I am, Tiddler. You laughed at me when I said I had a perfect sense of balance, did you not? Well, now I'll show you if I can balance or not.
Don't do it, Mossop.
You'll hurt yourself if you fall.
Ah, but I won't fall, Mr. Grimley. Stand back and watch. Now then. And...
He can do it. He is a good balancer.
Thank you, thank you. Thank
That's
you.
amazing.
Well, who would have thought it?
There's more to come, there's more to come. And, and wow! So Daisy, hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. Help! Get me down!
Mossop, you cheat. There was something holding you up all the time.
Yes, there's some rope or something attached to his back. I didn't see that before.
Get me down!
Mossop, you tricked us.
Well, it's just a little joke. Oh, get me down.
I don't see why we should. I don't like being tricked.
Oh, please, you can't leave me here, please.
I don't see why not, do you? Come on, everybody.
No.
We'll leave him for a couple of minutes and then we'll come back, OK?
Oh, yes, that should teach him a lesson, Marjorie.
No, come back. Please, I don't like heights. Oh, please. Oh, no, I'll do anything.